So I think it would be best for himself and the family, and perhaps the victim's family, to be given another opportunity to express himself in society as a productive citizen. We know the fact that, as he said, things that happened in the past he cannot undo. He's not the same person. So I'll just speak on his behalf in terms of giving him opportunity to continue his spiritual development for himself and everyone in general.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We'll hear from Mr. Henderson now.
Good morning, members of the board. I am here on behalf of Kurt as a family member, not just a family friend, but also Hanif is one of my spiritual advisors. And so being a part of the Islamic community, when Kurt was talking about the things he's done, he helped guide a lot of guys while we were in Angola with the Young Men's Program to kind of like bring them in, out of the rain, to kind of like get them out of harm's way. And throughout his whole incarceration, that's all he's been doing, is trying to give back. And you know, one of the things about the particular crime is that, you know, the crime is shunned on even inside the prison. You know, and so balancing, trying to maintain the conduct record that he needed, given the fact that he did, and he wound up primarily in D for a while, because primary Camp D at that time was kind of like a place where they would send most folks who were either charged with that or were kind of like in protected custody, so to speak. And so he had kind of like really not only grown in age, but his maturity, you know, because like I said, again, I knew when he first showed up, and been kind of like, because of my relationship with the family, has been kind of like monitoring everything that he does. And I am just hopeful that, and I heard Mr. Roche say about the opposition from the local folks here in New Orleans and Jefferson Parish, but I want to remind that his transition plan is to actually move to Baton Rouge, to kind of like take him away from the environment that created this problem for him. He has a loving family, the daughters he speaks about and talks about. Everybody's here just kind of like trying to see what we can do to help him in the event that he's blessed to be granted parole. And so I'm just hoping that the board would take into consideration all the things that you've done. I mean, even his limited time where he's at now, that he's been productive. And being candid about the questions that Mr. Roche asked him. And, you know, I'm gonna say this, it's not to kind of like say anything about the other men, but when Mr. Roche investigates somebody, Mr. Roche is like CSI. You know, he leaves no stone, I'm serious, he leaves no stone unturned in the sense of bringing out the things that need to come out. And it's really beneficial and advantageous even to the family members who are listening, because it gives us a sense of, oh, I didn't know this particular thing. And so I'm really helpful and grateful that Mr. Roche interrogates people in the manner in which he does, because it makes it easier for us on this side to make decisions also about here I go, here I stay. So I'm just, you know, prayerful this morning that the board would really consider Kurt for release. Thank you.
Bobby Waller.
Good morning. My name is Bobby Wallace. I want to first thank God and the board for the opportunity to speak on behalf of my brother, Mr. Anderson. I've been knowing Mr. Anderson for over 30 years. I also spent 22 years and 4 months in Angola. We have a personal relationship. And what impacted me the most about Mr. Anderson was the Young Men's Club, the Young Men's Organization, because it was not only limited to the Islamic community. He reached beyond that, and he touched me. I knew him when we were ignorant young boys on the street to mature men in prison. And Mr. Anderson would be an asset to any community that he's released into. And if there's anything that I can help him out with in his transition, because I am aware of the things that await us out here after so long, I will walk him step by step. as much as I can. And I think that Mr. Anderson is an antidote. In order to be an antidote, you have to be the poison. He got over that poison stage. He's an antidote now. And the community needs people like him. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Anderson, is there a statement you'd like to make to the panel to wrap it up for us?
Yes, ma'am. I would just like to apologize again for the crime I committed in 1993. And I'm remorseful because like I said, I have a daughter. I wouldn't want that to happen to him. And I know that victimized the whole community and the family. I victimized my own family with my decision back then. My daughters grew up without me, you know, but like Ms. Rose said, this is not about me. It's about the victim. Okay, but yeah, but I know I victimized that whole family. That's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to leave it a note that you know I'm thoughtful about what I did.
All right, well, thank you, sir. I think
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
prepared to vote, and we're going to, Mr. Roche will be voting first.
Mr. Anderson, I thought long and hard. And I've listened to the warden. You've only been there a couple of months, but I think you had some hope that you're a different person and that your clean disciplinary record for the last 5 years goes a long ways to tell me that maybe you turned the corner. You have related to me some of the information that you got from various programs. So you were not only attending the program, but you were listening to the information and applying it yourself. Because when I asked you about sex offender treatment, you said you thought about your 4 daughters. And you wouldn't want that to happen to one of your daughters. So you've given it some thought. Based upon your programming, you've completed all 4 phases of the sex offender treatment. But the social service in young man's club, good programming, a low risk assessment score. I'm willing to give you an opportunity to prove to this panel, your family, and everybody else that you can become a productive member of society. So I'm going to grant your early release this morning with the following conditions. That you have a curfew, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Without for any reason, legitimate reason, after 9 o'clock at night, church, work, you must get that approved by your parole officer before you can be out after 9 o'clock. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then I
sir.
want you to community service with the at-risk youth. There are a lot of young people out there going in the wrong direction. You have the newspaper, you have TV, so you know what's happening on the outside.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of young people in trouble. I want you to get with your pastor. I want you to get with your parole officer. And I want you to talk to disadvantaged youth and try to steer them in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
That is my goal.
Thank you, Mr. Roche. Mr. Freeman.
I thought long and hard about this case, but I'm gonna go along with my colleague, Mr. Roche, with the same condition. Vote to grant.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Mr. Anderson, I struggled with it too. It's a horrible crime. It's still terribly affected by it. But based on your family support, your transition plan, and the community service work that you've done in the prison community, I'm willing to take a chance. My vote also is to bring it, with the added special condition that you have absolutely no contact with the victim or her family.
I couldn't hear you.
No contact.
No contact.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks, everybody who participated. Warden, that concludes our business at your facility. We'll adjourn. It's 9:36.
Good day.
So,
Vote, man.
No, no, no. They did make my last